Peace, peace, peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. And I was just thinking about my 7 years of marriage. Me and my wife, we got divorced after 7 years of marriage, and just reflecting on myself in that journey. Marriage is really about being selfless, brothers and sisters. We cannot make it in marriage if we don't have a service type mentality. That's a trait that we have to, when we're single, we really have to study ourselves to see how well we get along with ourselves. You see, if you're not happy with yourself and you're not fulfilled as an individual, then bringing somebody else into the picture, how are you going to properly serve that person? How are you properly going to serve yourself if you're not happy, right? So each individual has to come to the marriage with some degree of fulfillment already, with a certain amount of joy already. Because you're going to have bumps in the marriage, right? You're going to have hills. You're going to have valleys. You're going to have twists and turns, right? Nothing is always perfect. You're going to have some turbulence. And if you are not fulfilled as a person, if you are not a spiritual person, when those bumps come, when those hurdles come, when those hiccups come, then you will be in a state of dis-ease, right? For instance, it's always good to paint examples. Your husband. You know what? I'm going to use my personal life. Me as a man. Like I stated, I was married for 7 years. My wife was a stay-at-home mother probably for 6.5 years out of the 7 years. I don't think my wife ever, she worked a little bit when we first got married, like a month or so, or two. And then, a little bit later on in our marriage, I hit a couple of little bumps, where I, had some job loss or whatnot. And she helped out, but it was never, when she helped out, my wife, she worked at home. She had a work at home job, or either she worked for our religious institution. Never where she had to go back into corporate America. I didn't want that. And not that we as men can stop our women from working. We can never stop them from working. We don't have that much power because she's God's woman, right? But sometimes in a relationship, we have to get out of our comfort zone. That's the reality, because you will never know, as much as you as a man want to provide for your family out here in the white man's world, sometimes we do hit some turbulence. That's a reality. And how we handle that situation can make or break the marriage. Our outlook, our perspective, not allowing third parties in our marriages is critical and crucial to the survival and the continual growth of the marriage, brothers and sisters, of our relationships in life. Because that third party can inject venom right? All families deal with different family dynamics, right? This family might have children, that family might not have children, right? So the family that doesn't have children might not understand the complexity and the different circumstances that the family with children is dealing with. So you will be best to speak and counsel with people that have compatibilities, right? You can't have a family and you're counseling with a single sister, or if I'm a man, I'm counseling with a single man. They might not quite give the best advice on how to handle the situation. See, you also have to have a certain degree of wisdom and understanding about what you're dealing with, family. Marriage is no plaything. And like I said, you have to, I think I heard Brother Nuri say, it's about what I can do for this person. It's about what I can give to this person. We should strive to outbest each other in giving. And, just studying myself as a man, when they say that women are more giving than men, I have to say, brothers, for me, examining women, they do give a lot, man. They're always giving. Even though my wife was a stay-at-home mother, that, when we were younger or fresher in our marriage, I didn't quite understand that as a man. That it's like working a job, brothers. Our stay-at-home women who are wives, it's work, brother, that they should be compensated for if you're able to. It's labor involved in keeping the house clean, taking care of children. That stuff women out in the world typically get compensated for. And it took me some time to quite understand that early on in the marriage, that how much work is, goes into keeping children, rearing the children, upkeeping the house, right? That was part of my growth and development as a young married man. I had to grow in that understanding, and my ex-wife, she did an excellent job in helping me to understand that. And I'm so thankful, for the experience of being married, because it prepared me in a lot of ways for my next marriage and for greater service to self, my future wife, and to the community. I have to admit, there were times in our marriage. See this gut check, this self-analyzation, right? Where a bit of complacency set in me as a man. And I'm saying from the spiritual side, I'm saying from the drive and go-get-itness when it comes to taking my life to the next level, taking our life to the next level as a family. Us as men, we can't get complacent. No. Where we think that, I've got this, let me just slow down. But see, in us slowing down, brothers, in us pumping the brakes, you don't want to pump the brakes so much that you're not even driving the speed limit. So, man, us as men, we must continue to evolve. We must always be seekers of knowledge, right? Always striving to learn something, because a woman, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says, it's in her nature to test us as men. It's in her nature, brother. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's really there to help us become better men in all aspects of our life. So So in relationships, it's not about the blame game or pointing the finger. It's about being the example. It's about striving to help your partner become the person that you know they could be. That's why you married them, right? If your husband or wife is not living up to what you expected from them, well, that person is in them. As I heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, mind them out. It's work involved in that, right? You got to get your hands dirty sometime, right? Sister, you see that man coming home from work, something going on with his head. It's something going on with him mentally. Maybe the foreman on the job or the boss is pricking at him, right? He sees the discrimination that's going on. How do you handle his mind when he comes home? Do you jump down his throat because he's not talking to you? Why is he not? We have to go a little deeper. Men, vice versa. Brothers, if you have a woman that works, you know, you got to probe. Babe, what's going on? You know, it could be that they're putting a lot of pressure and production on her, you know? And she knows that her money is needed to help make ends meet. That's extra stress, you know? So we got to probe as men and women. We got to converse with each other. We got to give each other massages, right? We have to we got to allocate certain days of the week for family, just family time. You know, we got to take our women out to the park. We got to do those type of things. Spend that quality time that her nature requires. Sisters, you got to speak a good word to that man. Let him know you can do it, baby. I know you can do it. I got so much faith in you, even in the smallest of things. Let him know, husband, you're doing a good job. If he's maintaining you, sister, financially, let him know, baby, thank you. Thank him. Gratitude. God hates ingratitude. Just be thankful. You know, I don't think we have to thank each other more for the small things in life. The scriptures say if we're happy over little things, God will bless us with much. Right? On every level of growth is an enemy or adversary of yourself. It's negativity there. Right? It's negative and positive in the very atoms of life. So we can't escape that duality or those two dynamics. So, you know, it's about family. It's about love at the end of the day. Love endureth all, the scriptures say. Love conquereth all. There's nothing, right, in our lives that we can't overcome. It's no circumstance or situation or no ailment or no affliction that God has not given us the capacity or ability to overcome. If not, he wouldn't have put it on you or even allowed it to happen. It's our outlook on life. It's our perspective on life, family. We gotta develop a stronger mental perspective. All of us. If we're gonna be what the Creator destined us to be. In our personal life, in our family life, in our community life, in our national life. But that's just my few thoughts, family, about marriage. Keep fighting. Don't give up. You can do it. You know, and I gotta still be of good encouragement to my brothers and sisters out there. Just because my marriage did not make it, you know, and I ended up divorced, don't mean that I can't give good words of counsel, good words of advice, give good words of encouragement to keep pushing. Push through whatever you might be going through, brothers and sisters. Right? This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing out. Peace.